Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
I was always the type to push myself too hard. Late nights staring at spreadsheets, the constant hum of servers, the endless parade of data. My name is Irwin, and not too long ago, I was just another cog in the corporate machine, slowly grinding myself down to dust. My sister, Debbie, was always telling me to slow down, to breathe. She was the grounded one, the one who actually lived. When I started having trouble sleeping, then eating, then just functioning, she pushed me towards a new solution she'd seen advertised online: Clarity Solutions. They touted a revolutionary synaptic optimization treatment. It wasn't therapy, they said. It was a fine-tuning, a recalibration for the modern mind. Dr. Sanford, a man with unsettlingly calm eyes and a perpetual half-smile, assured me it was cutting-edge, perfectly safe, and guaranteed to elevate my cognitive functions. Desperate, I signed up. The procedure itself was quick, a series of mild electrical pulses, a feeling like static electricity buzzing behind my eyes, then nothing. I felt lighter, sharper, initially. To fully integrate the changes, Dr. Sanford recommended a week of isolation. So I rented a rustic cottage deep in the woods, far from any signal, ready for my mental rebirth. The first few days were glorious. The silence was deafening in the best way. I hiked, I read, I rediscovered simple joys. Then the small things started. I woke up one morning to find all the books on my shelf rearranged not alphabetically, not by genre, but by some obscure metric of page count and font size. It was unsettlingly precise, something I would never do. I blamed sleepwalking, my subconscious craving order after years of data entry. A day later, I was making coffee, and my right hand, completely of its own volition, reached out and snapped my favorite ceramic mug clean in half. It wasn't clumsy, it was deliberate, a clean break. My mind screamed, "No!" but my body just did it. A cold wave washed over me. I stared at the shards, then at my hand, which felt foreign, detached. I tried to call Debbie, but as my thumb hovered over her contact, my body twitched, and my fingers expertly deleted her number, then every other contact in my phone. My mind was screaming, but my body was moving with chilling efficiency. It felt like I was strapped into a suit, an observer in my own skin. Panic began to set in. The presence grew. It wasn't a voice, more like a cold, calculating silence behind my eyes, an alien will that now governed my movements. I tried to resist, to hold my hands still, to force my legs to sit, but my muscles would lock, then move with an unnatural strength, overriding my will. I became a puppet. My body would engage in increasingly bizarre and destructive acts. I watched, helpless, as I smashed all the windows in the cottage, then meticulously gathered the shards into a perfect, glittering pile in the center of the living room. It was like a child's game, but with a terrifying precision, a horrifying purpose I couldn't comprehend. Sleep became a luxury my body denied me. It would force me to stay awake, packing, organizing, sometimes writing on the walls with charcoal from the fireplace, unsettling phrases like optimal flow ACHIVD or impurity will be cleansed, often smeared with blood from deliberately self-inflicted scratches. My body was starving me too, taking only sips of water, a few bites of food, enough to sustain itself, but not me. I was gaunt, terrified, a prisoner in my own skull. Debbie called. She tried my phone, then gotten worried. She was driving up, she said. My heart leaped with a desperate hope, a frantic terror. I had to warn her. I had to stop my body from hurting her. But as I heard her car crunch on the gravel driveway, my body moved with a chilling calm, a horrifying grace. I walked to the fireplace, my hand reaching for the heavy antique poker. "No, not Debbie. Please, anyone but Debbie," I screamed in my mind, a silent internal shriek that rattled my soul. But my body was deaf. My face, I could feel it, had settled into a placid, almost serene expression, devoid of my own terror. The door opened, and there she was, my dear Debbie, her face etched with concern. "Irwin, what's going on? I couldn't get a hold of you. Your place is a mess. What happened to your windows?" she asked, her eyes widening as she took in the chaotic scene, then the poker in my hand. I tried to send her a message with my eyes, run, get away. But my gaze was fixed, unblinking. "Debbie," my body said, my own voice, but flattened, devoid of emotion. "You are an unexpected variable, a disruption." My body lifted the poker, the heavy wrought iron bar glinting in the faint light filtering through the broken windows. Debbie screamed, a heartbroken, terrified sound, and lunged forward, not at me, but towards a heavy wooden stool, as if to defend herself. My body moved faster, with an efficiency Irwin had never possessed. A brutal, calculated swing, and the poker connected with a sickening thud against her head. She crumpled without a sound, a silent heap on the broken glass. My body dropped the poker. My knees buckled. For the first time in what felt like an eternity, I was back. The scream that tore from my throat was my own, raw and guttural, as I collapsed beside her. Her eyes were still open, staring, unseeing at the broken ceiling. On the small, solar-powered radio I hadn't touched in days, a local news snippet crackled to life. Clarity Solutions Clinic, facing multiple lawsuits and investigations, has suspended all synaptic optimization treatments due to what they are calling unforeseen patient behavioral anomalies and isolated incidents of severe disassociation and aggression. The whereabouts of Dr. Sanford remain unknown. I felt a cold, empty click inside my mind. The entity was silent again, dormant, but I knew it wasn't gone. It was still here, a meticulous, calculating passenger, waiting. And I was just the driver it occasionally allowed to take the wheel, only to force me to watch the carnage it created. My body, my life, was no longer my own. It was a tool, a vessel for an unknowable, unspeakable horror that Dr. Sanford had unleashed. I don't know how long I have before it wakes up again. I don't know who its next target will be. All I know is I'm trapped, and I'm terrifyingly alone.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.